typed this. It has been fully agreed by and between Israel and Iran that there will be a complete and total ceasefire. Complete and total ceasefire is what he typed.
Yep.
What does that mean? How did it come about? What's the development here?
Well, we were actually working on that just as I left the White House to come over here. So that's good news that the president was able to get that across the finish line. I think what it means, Brett, is quite simple. First of all, the president, without, knock on wood, having a single American casualty, obliterated the Iranian nuclear program. We are now in a place where we weren't a week ago. A week ago, Iran was very close to having a nuclear weapon. Now, Iran is incapable of building a nuclear weapon with the equipment they have because we destroyed it. So that's a very, very big thing. Now, what that means, I think, is we have to talk to Iran and, of course, to Israel about what the future holds. Because while we have obliterated the Iranian nuclear program, our hope and our expectation is that they're not going to try to rebuild that program. And I think that's what the president is really trying to figure out here, is to build a long-term settlement here to where we can have peace in the region, where our regional allies and, of course, the American people, most importantly, can be secured, but where we can ensure that the destruction of the Iranian nuclear program that has already happened is not something they try to rebuild.
I want to get to the obliterated part in just a minute, but
so basically the White House is saying that they're working on a ceasefire. In other news, on X, formerly known as Twitter, Iran is saying that they have not necessarily ceded to a ceasefire yet, or there's representatives from Iran that's saying otherwise, while at the same time they're saying that they're going to prevent themselves from continuing to escalate, considering that Israel is not escalating anymore also. So aside from all of that, that's irrelevant, right? Here's a question that I really have for you guys. As of this point, pretty much almost 6 months into this administration, what are your thoughts on Trump and how he's managed the country so far in the beginning of his second term? I just want to kind of get a general overview of what y'all think of Trump, any specific issues that you have, that you don't have. Do you like the job that he's doing? Do you not like the job? What grade would you give him? Just a general idea of what y'all think about the job that he's done so far.
I was just asked this question earlier today. I would give him a B+. I know that we're probably going to get into the whole Iran thing, but the whole Israel relationship is just something that I'm not really for. I feel like if Trump was going to bomb the nuclear sites, he should have done that on his own accord, not because of the influence of Israel. That's a big issue that I have with him. And also with me diving into the whole South African refugee thing and the white genocide, that was something that I felt like he could have handled differently, especially since more than likely Elon had a lot to do with that. And then now him and Elon had their friction. But I think overall, everything that he said that he was going to do, he's done, and can't really be mad at that.
Anybody else?
I think he's doing a great job.
You gonna sit here and lie like that?
Oh God!
Don't lie like that. Like a great job.
All right. First of all, okay.
I mean, down the law. He has become the representation of what the United States has been lacking in leadership, because I think things could have got far worse than what they were if Harris had won the race. So I think that him being president and setting the tone of being chief and commander, that we're not playing no games no more. And he's already filthy rich, so he doesn't have to be swayed or, convinced to, I guess, be a traitor to his own country, because he can't be swayed by money. So I think he's doing a great job.
Honestly, if I had to give him a letter grade, I'd give him an E for effort. No, seriously. Like, I know y'all are loyal to y'all stances. So y'all Republican, y'all loyal to it. You Democrat, you loyal to that. Me, I don't give a fuck about the bird. I'm gonna tell you how it is. An E for effort. I could tell what he wanted to do, but I could tell that it was met with major pushback. And this Iran bombing just let me know that he probably conceded, and now he's playing the game. He's absolutely playing the game. Like, at no point did he ever run on war. So for him to go bomb these people's sites on the behalf of Israel, now you say what all you want to about politics. I know common sense. I know common sense. That what? Listen, he playing ball, and I'm gonna tell you what he doing. He playing for legacy. He playing. Listen, you give me this move, I give you this one. Let my legacy be I was a good president because he just signed off for something when he did that for Israel. Niggas don't do favors for free. So at this point, Trump is just like any other president playing ball. Is he gonna run on his principles and what he ran on? Absolutely. But now he playing ball. He's now a part of the swamp that he wanted to drain.
I happen
That
to
is so
disagree.
not true.
I
That is
agree with
not true. Okay.
Ultimately,
Now, why would you do all of that propaganda
That's
and that hate against the president, Donald J. Trump of America, of these United States? Man, first of all, the effort is because I didn't think effort from nobody, first of all. Now, I'm not giving them an E for effort, but if you're just going to say, contend with what you're saying, an E for effort, he's trying, and he's only been there 6 months. I think with anybody, you're not going to get everything you voted for. Nobody is perfect. As far as I'm concerned, I had certain things that I was voting for him for. I'm not a Republican. I did unregistered Democrat and went independent because I don't really want to align myself right now until we figure this thing out. But what I do know is that all our values align with the Conservative Party. Trump has done everything I needed him to do. So far as I'm concerned, he's done an amazing job. And yes, he's getting pushed back from the border and from the Democrats. That's expected. So you cannot hold that against him. As far as this Iran thing, I don't like war. I just want it to stop. But if what is true, and if a ceasefire is, what do I know about war? So I'm not gonna speak on that. I'm a woman. I don't do all that.
But still
I'm
though,
gonna let
like
him handle that. Go ahead.
you watch him drop the ball on his stands though. Like you can't say he did
That
a
was
great
never his
job.
stance.
But
He
that's not really
always
war.
said,
That's just
he always
taking
said
advantage of the
for
opportunity.
decades, for
Hello.
years, that they could not have a nuclear bomb and a nuclear weapon.
If it ain't war, it's because Iran don't want it. It
They
ain't
can't.
because it's
They
not.
can't fight us.
It's how
So-
come they can't?
So look, Trump said something earlier this week. He was like, every president has been afraid to do that. So he took advantage of an opportunity to strike while it was a great time.
My dog, you got
It's
to
not going
stop
to be a
believing
war
this
because Iran
American.
can't fight us. He
That's
did what?
okay. So listen, he tried to prevent striking Iran. He sent Tulsi Gabbard over there to try to negotiate. They negotiated several times to try to prevent this from happening. And when Iran said death to America, and then he got his allies, Israel, saying that they actually want to go to war because Iran has nuclear bombs. He's like, okay, let me fix this. I think what he did was genius. He's like, I'm not going to go to war with you guys. What I'm going to do is bomb your nuclear sites. Now Israel has no reason to say they still want to go to war with Iran. They shouldn't have.
Please.
Now there's
That's a
no
fact.
nuclear bombs. It's a genius idea. The game plan, I think he did a great job, and it should keep the peace. However, war makes a lot of people money.
Common sense.
And the guy that's the head in Israel, if war is going on, he doesn't have to get out of his seat. He keeps his seat. So he's trying to initiate a war so that he can keep his reign longer. That's a whole nother part
listen,
of the problem.
man. Common sense is
But-
common sense. Whether it's in politics or not. This is what's going on. Israel, little brother, when it got the big brother to fight the dude down the street. Y'all can talk all these political ass words all you want to.
I'm with 2K when you're right.
That's all that happened. And
Or
the
maybe
fact
Big
that
Brother, or maybe Big Brother used Little Brother as a way to do something that no president was willing to do before. I
If
think we
Trump
use
was going to
Israel more
do
than
it,
he used us.
it shouldn't have been for Israel to
Thank
bomb
you.
Iran first. If
But-
Trump was really going to do it, would we have still been upset? Absolutely, because he said no new wars, no conflict, trying to bring peace to the Middle East. Absolutely. But the fact that he did it after Israel did it is the issue that I have, because it's making it seem like you said, the little brother got the big brother to fight his battle.
But here's the
I mean-
thing. Israel, but here's the thing. Israel bombed Iran without America's knowledge. They went to NATO and discussed it, and they decided to do it upon their own accord without
I don't
including
believe it.
the United States.
And if that's the case, they shouldn't have talked to the
That-
United States once
that's
they already
even
said
worse.
it.
They should have.
No,
But
no,
it needs
no.
to be
I think
done
it was
regardless.
operation after. I think after the 60 days, once that 60-day hit, Trump played the game of deception, and that was Operation FAFO. That's all it was. I think they planned the whole thing. I think Israel. I think they no way they could have pulled that off. What that
I
just
agree.
happened, and it was so like they knew what was happening. After I think on day 61, Uncle
Hey.
T was like,
At that point, Trump shouldn't have said that he was going to try to renegotiate or look at the deal within the 2 weeks, and then in 2 days
that was
decide to
part
go
of the
on
art of
their side.
deception. That was
Right.
part of the
That was part
game.
of the plan.
That's why
Right.
that's not our job.
At that
to
point, he
operate
should have
in
just
the
not have said
fiction.
anything.
So
I would
let-
rather
let-
him not have said
Because
anything
guess
than
what
to
would
jump
have
the gun on
happened?
that.
Media would have blew it up. Jasmine Crockett would have blew it up. Anybody who would have got their hands that was against this or against Trump and that administration would have.
Okay, so listen, back to common sense. Because if y'all think that Iran is just for the lay down, and they ain't got no weak army, they don't
What
got
is
one
their
of them.
options?
What do you mean? They gonna slide?
No, they
On who?
Russia
On who?
has backed out.
On us.
They're not
On
supposed
me.
How? How?
If y'all, bro, first of all, if you think that these folks ain't plotting to get back, bro, you crazy.
They always plotting. They've been doing that for 10,000, 2,000 years.
Right.
Yeah, I'm
Like
not naive to
2K,
say-
2K.
I'm not naive to
Y'all
not
stay
say
here. Y'all
I'm
stay
sorry.
here. Y'all are
Like,
wrapped
check
in
this out.
propaganda.
Nah, 2K. Think about it like this, bro. Think about the technical advances the U.S. military has.
Yes.
And think about what Iran responded to. They said, "Oh, Trump didn't really hit nothing. Trump only he didn't really destroy nothing. He only destroyed the entrances and the exits."
Okay.
Well, whenever you really think about the intelligence of the United States government, they could have put that bomb on a person's shoulder if they wanted to.
Okay.
Like they could have put that right there if they wanted to, and they didn't. This is actually really smart on Trump because now it gives him an out to say, "Oh well, look, Israel, I did what y'all wanted. Now I'm backing off. Y'all fight your own fight."
Hey, so
And-
DJ, if
What's up?
let's say I got more cousins than you, right? And I come and bomb your favorite fucking car. You just gonna let it slide?
No, but the point is if I come back and try to fight you with a handgun and you got nothing but tanks, it's not a fair fight.
Hey, listen, they not looking to fight fair. It's gonna be some sneaky shit.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be.
Listen, I want my lick back. I don't care how I get it. Whether I got the.
Oh yeah.
Listen, the lick back is the goal.
But
The lick back is the goal, but the problem is again, I've always sit there and say that the issue is going to be whenever America strike back, America is just going balls to the fucking wall, bro. Like they're not holding back nothing. Iran can do whatever they want, but whenever America do exactly what they really want, it's going to make what just happened seem like a playground.
Listen, is your lick back worth dying? Because that's what happens if you get your lick back versus the U.S. government. You die.
My nigga, no, you don't.
That's what happens. I mean,
stop believing the proper.
The leader of Iran does not want to die, which is why he's doing all these posturing and weak shows of power by sending rockets, knowing they're not going to kill anyone. If he really wanted to get his lick back or wanted to do something, he would just team up with a country that was capable of doing something. The problem is no one in the world wants to fight with or for Iran right now.
Yeah, okay.
They're helpless.
I'm not defending Iran, but what I'm not gonna is underestimate the enemy, and that's where y'all going wrong. Nobody seen 9/11 coming. What? Hold on. See, this what y'all don't recognize. They don't have a weak army. They shit not.
They do compared to us.
They don't. Yes, we got the best army, but they got one of them armies like, hey, we can hold a fight.
Yeah, but the problem is
these folk got patriots. These folk love their country too, bro.
Yeah, the issue is that with them people that push them buttons, them people they're not worried about a front line, bro. They're not worried about a front line at all. They only worried about mushroom clouds. Period.
Okay. I don't understand why y'all think the biggest motherfucker get hit back. I ain't saying you ain't gonna win the fight, but you get hit.
They might hit us back. I'm not saying they won't, but what's the consequence of that? Complete annihilation? Like, is it worth all that?
I'm
They
with
know
it.
that.
Right.
I'm with it.
Okay,
Bro,
so is
like
nobody
what
worried about
happened?
the sleeper cells? What about the sleeper cells? Are we not worried about
And
those
then and
American
really
citizens?
think about that, Miss Nikki. Think about that. If we sitting there talking about if regular civilians are talking about sleeper cells, what do you think the United States intelligence knows? They know some stuff that we don't know about
Yeah, they
Iran.
know it's in Detroit by Antoine. They know it's here by me and J.D. Vance keep talking about Missouri. Yeah, we know. We don't want to know all of it.
I mean, it
I
might
think
happen, but again, at what cost?
We don't
at the
know.
cost
Well,
of American lives, citizens' lives, because they don't have the same morals that we have, or so-called have.
Let me tell you about.
why do people defend Iran? Why do y'all think that
that I don't know.
They defend Iran just because they want to be against Trump. They actually have no reason to defend the culture, defend the nation, to defend whatever them people doing over there. I mean, if you really want to talk about it, they don't really know the history of that place. They don't know what's really going on out there. They don't know how they treat the people. They don't know how they treat the women. They don't know how to treat any of this stuff in this country. But we want to sit there and just back up Iran just only because Trump is there. Guess what? Kamala Harris said she supported Israel. Obama said he supported Israel. And they all said if Iran do anything, they would do the exact same thing. This is just more so about the unprecedented support of Israel making moves outside of whatever we know that they're going to do. But other
So
than
is this
that,
about America
everybody
or
is
is this
supportive.
about Israel? Is this about
I think
It's
America
about
first
Israel.
or is this about
I think it's
Israel?
both.
Okay. And that's the
Listen,
issue. Like, that's the biggest
It's
issue. We
both.
shouldn't be, like I kept saying, even in the beginning, if Trump was going to do it, would I have still been upset? Yes, because he said no new wars, no antagonization, peace in the Middle East, all that. But because Israel struck them first, it's like, okay, are we cleaning up their mess or are we doing this because we're really America first?
Yeah,
That's the problem that
I
I
ain't gonna
have.
lie. I would argue again with all this technology, if them people got something over there on that side of the world, oh, it lit up and America know about it. And if it's something that they shouldn't have, America, they the world police. They gonna go in and do something about it.
ain't no fucking police. They the criminals. Listen, bro. They are the criminals. And you just, bro, y'all just full of proper fucking gander. That's
Hold
all
on, 2K,
y'all
2K.
digest.
Wait, 2K. I gotta ask you a question. Matter of fact, I just gotta tell you something, and this is just for any men. We always hear this type of shit. If there always has to be a bigger and badder monster out there, and sometimes it just has to be you.
I get that, but let's call it what it is. See, Anton think I'm defending Iran. I'm just laying out the common sense of.
Well, I didn't say that.
Well, you said why are people defending Iran?
I see it all across the internet. I see a lot of liberals that standing up with Iran, and it's a lot of people that are against America when it comes to these conversations about the position that Trump takes. I've seen people that were against the Trump administration when it came to illegal immigrants in the country. I've seen people that were against the Trump administration when it came to trying to find peace with Ukraine and Russia. I see people that's against the Trump administration, when it comes to Israel and Iran. And so what I see happening in the culture, and when I say culture, I'm saying across the United States of America, I see people standing against the United States of America, and it doesn't matter what the issue is, even when it comes to Iran or Iran. And so when I say people are standing against Iran, I'm not talking about you. I'm saying that's what I see at large.
Okay. And you see like how they try to pin you against, like, if I gotta take this opposite of what you believe, I'm a liberal, whatever the fuck that is. I don't even know what that is. Or I'm a Democrat or I'm a Republican. No. I can have an independent thought and just be honest about what stuff is. That's why niggas hate politicians. That's why niggas hate y'all. And that's why shit's so separate.
Okay.
Like, you can't have what I don't even know what a liberal is.
No, but here's the thing. There's
can't
a
go
group of
against
people that are
anything.
not patriots. There's a group of Americans that are just not patriots. And they feel like if another country wants to have nuclear weapons, then let them. Like, America needs to stay out of other countries' business. And they don't understand the threat that will become on the United States. I think that is the issue and why people are supporting Iran, because they're not patriots.